Most Toyota owners believe the same thing, and it makes perfect sense. If you change your oil more often than recommended, your engine should last longer. That logic sounds responsible, it sounds careful, and for a long time it was true. But over the last 15 years, I've watched that exact habit quietly divide Toyota owners into two very different groups. One group reaches 300,000 miles and starts dealing with leaks, seals, sensors, and expensive age-related repairs. The other group keeps driving past 400, 500, sometimes even 600,000 miles with engines that still feel tight and settled. The difference usually isn't luck. It's not driving style. And it's almost never neglect. It's how oil changes are handled over time. I've spent years around Toyotas, and when you see enough of them, patterns become impossible to ignore. I've watched Camrys, Corollas, RAV4s, Tacomas, and Highlanders come in with flawless service records and still start aging early. I've also seen others with boring, conservative maintenance histories that just refuse to wear out. And almost every time, the story starts the same way. The owner did everything they were told. They approved oil changes more frequently than required. They paid for the safe option, the upgraded oil, the extra services, the shorter intervals. They were told they were protecting their engine. What they were really doing was disturbing it over and over again. Modern Toyota engines are not designed to be constantly reset. They're engineered for stability. Oil chemistry, seal conditioning, heat cycles, and internal pressure patterns all need time to settle into a rhythm. When that rhythm gets interrupted too often, even with good intentions, wear doesn't disappear. It just shows up earlier and in places most owners never expect. I've seen this firsthand. One owner had a Corolla that came in every 5,000 miles like clockwork. Full synthetic oil. Always approved whatever the advisor suggested. Around 180,000 miles, it started seeping oil from places that shouldn't have been a problem yet. Valve cover. Timing cover. Small leaks that slowly turned into expensive repairs. Same model, different owner, different habit. Another Corolla came in at over 340,000 miles. Factory oil intervals. No additives, no flushes, no upgrades. That engine was dry, no seepage, no warning lights. Same platform. Completely different outcome. That isn't coincidence. The oil change habit that separates high-mileage Toyotas from average ones isn't skipping oil changes. It's doing too much, too often, for too long. Service centers rarely explain this because oil changes are the entry point. Every oil change opens the door to inspections, recommendations, fluid services, and add-ons that sound harmless individually but create constant system disturbance over time. Once the hood is open, momentum takes over. Most owners don't realize that every unnecessary oil change forces internal seals to recondition again. Every aggressive detergent package alters surfaces that were already stable. Every time oil chemistry is changed before it finishes doing its job, the engine adapts. And adaptation always comes at a cost. The engine doesn't fail immediately. That's why this habit survives. You drive away feeling fine. The car runs great. Months pass. Years pass. Then one day you're told, this is normal for Toyotas at this mileage. That's the part that matters. Because very often, it isn't normal at all. Toyota engineers didn't choose longer oil intervals to save money. They chose them because modern engines run cleaner, tighter, and more predictably when they're left alone within design limits. Oil isn't just lubrication anymore. It's part of the engine's long-term balance. When owners constantly override that balance out of fear, they unintentionally shorten the calm years. That's why you'll hear owners say, "I never missed an oil change," right before listing repairs that shouldn't be happening yet. That statement isn't proof of good maintenance anymore. Sometimes it's the clue. Quick pause here. If you care about how long your Toyota actually lasts, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want honest, experience-based advice instead of service menu fear tactics. And drop a comment with your Toyota's year, model, and mileage. I see every comment, and those real ownership stories help other drivers recognize these patterns before they get expensive. The Toyotas that quietly reach extreme mileage almost always share the same boring story. Factory intervals. No panic. No constant just-in-case services. No chasing perfection. Just consistency. Their owners didn't try to out-maintain the engine. They trusted it to do what it was designed to do. Once you understand that too much oil service can quietly shorten an engine's calm years, the next question becomes obvious. Why does this happen so often if Toyota engines are engineered so conservatively? The answer isn't mechanical. It's behavioral. Most Toyota owners don't develop bad oil habits on their own. They inherit them. From stickers on windshields. From service advisors speaking confidently. From years of hearing that oil is cheap and engines aren't. From the idea that doing more is always safer than doing less. I've watched this play out hundreds of times inside service departments. A Toyota comes in running perfectly. No leaks, no noises, no warning lights. The owner just wants an oil change. During the visit, the advisor explains that shorter intervals are safer, especially for city driving, short trips, or older vehicles. Then come the upgrades. High mileage oil, engine conditioners, detergents, flushes, premium filters. Each one sounds harmless on its own, and none of them cause an immediate problem. That's what makes this habit so dangerous. There's no instant feedback, no warning light, no rough running. The engine adapts quietly, and adaptation is mistaken for protection. I once spoke with an owner who had a RAV4 that developed oil seepage around 150,000 miles. The dealership told him it was normal aging. He accepted that explanation until he bought another RAV4 years later and changed nothing except one thing. He followed factory oil intervals exactly. No early changes, no additives, no extras. That second RAV4 crossed 300,000 miles without a single oil-related repair. Same driver, same routes, same climate, different oil philosophy. That's when he realized something most owners never do. His first RAV4 didn't age early because it was driven hard. It aged early because it was disturbed too often. Toyota engines are not fragile. They're patient. They want time to condition seals, stabilize pressure, and let internal surfaces settle into predictable wear patterns. When oil is changed too frequently, especially with different formulations and additives, that conditioning process never finishes. Think of it like breaking in a pair of boots. If you keep changing how they're treated before they settle, they never really fit right. Engines behave the same way. Another pattern I see constantly involves so-called high-mileage oils. Owners switch early, thinking they're being proactive. What they don't realize is that many high-mileage formulations are designed to address existing seal wear, not prevent it. When introduced too soon, they can actually alter seal behavior before it's necessary. Again, nothing fails immediately. But years later, the engine behaves like it's older than it should be. Service centers rarely explain this because their job isn't to maximize engine lifespan, it's to maximize visit frequency. Oil changes are predictable revenue. Shorter intervals create more opportunities to sell services. Longer intervals reduce touch points. That doesn't make every advisor dishonest. It just means the system rewards frequency, not restraint. The owners who end up with 600,000-mile Toyotas almost always share one personality trait. They resist momentum. They don't let routine become escalation. They ask one simple question every time oil service is suggested earlier than factory guidance. What changed? If nothing changed, they wait. They don't chase peace of mind through receipts. They don't confuse activity with protection. They understand that stability is what keeps Toyota engines alive far longer than fear ever could. There's another subtle difference between 300,000-mile Toyotas and 600,000-mile ones. The owners of the high-mileage cars don't treat oil changes as resets. They treat them as continuity. Same oil type, same interval, same filter quality, same rhythm, year after year. That consistency allows the engine to age gracefully. Internal clearances stabilize. Seals condition evenly. Wear becomes predictable instead of chaotic. By contrast, engines that receive constant improvements often feel fine early and tired later. They don't fail catastrophically, they just lose that tight, confident feel sooner than expected. And that's where owners get frustrated. They did everything right, according to the advice they were given, but the outcome didn't match the effort. This is where Toyota ownership quietly splits into two paths. One path leads to gradual stress, rising maintenance costs, and the feeling that the car is aging faster than it should. The other path leads to long stretches where nothing happens at all. The difference isn't secret tricks, it's restraint. Once owners stop trying to protect the engine through constant intervention, the engine finally gets what it was designed for: time. That's when Toyotas stop feeling like machines that need managing and start feeling like machines that simply keep going. By the time a Toyota reaches 300,000 miles, something important has already happened. The engine isn't just running, it's settled. Clearances have stabilized. Seals have conditioned, heat cycles are predictable, oil pressure behavior is familiar, nothing inside the engine is being surprised anymore. That's the stage where longevity is decided. Most owners assume high mileage is earned by doing more service, more protection, more preventative work. But when you look closely at Toyotas that quietly cross 500 or 600,000 miles, the pattern flips completely. Those engines weren't pampered. They were left alone. I've had long conversations with owners who drove the same Toyota for 20 years. Same commute, same climate, Same driving habits. When asked what they did differently, the answer is always disappointing to anyone looking for a secret. I just followed the manual. No additives. No flushes. No early changes. No chasing recommendations that appeared on a screen without symptoms to justify them. That's the uncomfortable truth. The Toyotas that last the longest aren't the ones that were constantly maintained, they're the ones that were consistently respected. Toyota engineers design engines to live within stable boundaries. Oil chemistry, seal materials, pressure tolerances, and heat behavior are all calibrated to work together over time. When that system is disrupted too often, even with good intentions, the engine spends its life readjusting instead of aging gracefully. This is why owners who follow factory oil intervals often feel like nothing ever happens to their car. No leaks, no smells, no mystery repairs, just oil changes, brakes, tires, and miles stacking quietly. Meanwhile, owners who change oil early, upgrade constantly, or approve every suggested protection service often feel like the car is always asking for something new. A seep here, a gasket there. A recommendation to address this before it becomes a problem. The engine didn't suddenly become unreliable, it became unsettled. There's also something psychological that happens with oil habits. Frequent service creates familiarity with the service department. Familiarity creates trust. Trust creates momentum. Momentum leads to approvals that would never happen in isolation. An early oil change turns into a high-mileage oil upgrade. That turns into a conditioner. That turns into a flush. That turns into while we're in there. None of it feels wrong in the moment. And that's exactly why it works. Toyota ownership rewards owners who can separate activity from necessity. The engine doesn't need reassurance. It needs consistency. One of the clearest differences between high-mileage Toyotas and average ones is how boring their service history looks. No spikes, no sudden escalations, no panic maintenance after arbitrary mileage milestones, just long stretches of nothing happening at all. That's not neglect, that's design working as intended. And here's the part most owners don't hear often enough. Toyota didn't build these engines assuming you'd constantly second-guess them. They built them assuming you'd trust the system they engineered. Oil changes aren't resets, they're continuity checks. They keep the system moving forward, not starting over. When owners finally understand that, oil changes stop being about fear. They become about rhythm. And rhythm is what carries engines far beyond where most people think they're capable of going. If this perspective helped reframe how you think about oil changes and long-term Toyota ownership, take a second and tap the like button. Subscribe if you want more straight experience-based insight instead of scare tactics. And if you've owned a Toyota that went far longer than expected, or one that seemed to age early despite perfect maintenance, leave a comment with the model and mileage. I see every comment, and those stories help other owners make better decisions. The difference between a 300,000-mile Toyota and a 600,000-mile one usually isn't how hard it was driven. It's how often it was left alone. And once you understand that, ownership stops feeling complicated. It becomes exactly what Toyota intended it to be from the beginning. Calm, predictable, and built to last far longer than most people ever expect.